Chief Downs, can you talk about what you're hoping to get out of the Code 33?
I think doing this job is more, and when you talk about police, people have a tendency to deal with just suppression and focusing on suppression. What we're looking to do is establish a relationship. What we're looking to do is extend our hands, I think, from my part of being the police chief to ensure that police officers come to this facility, work with youth, open to youth, and you have to applaud these young people that have come up here. How articulate, how intelligent they are. So we have to build back on both sides from the perspective of the youth and perspective of law enforcement that we're all people. We're all rolling in the same direction. And I think everyone wants the same thing, is to live in a very safe environment.
Chief Betts, can you or Mayor Dellums address the situation around the gang injunction, where y'all are leaning on that, and how that plays in with balancing suppression with other things?
Sure. Injunctions are probably something that's unique to Northern California. They are not unique to Southern California, where I come from. And what they're there to do, you peel back some of the mythology that goes with an injunction. There is nothing in an injunction that is not already in law. What we're doing is identifying several people who have a history of being violent in the neighborhood and giving back the civil rights, of the citizens who live there, so their kids can walk to school, can walk to a store without being shot, killed, and murdered, and enjoy their neighborhood. The injunction is just there to identify those who, 1% of that community, who's causing harm to that community, and that's the purpose of the injunction.
I'll just speak very briefly to the issue that you raised of balance. It's important to underscore that this community came together across all the lines, all the stakeholders, public and private, and came up with a public safety strategy that we refer to as the PIES strategy, P-I-E-S, prevention, intervention, enforcement, and sustainability. So we have embraced a balanced effort. To go back to your point, what we tend to see more often than not is the enforcement side, or we talk about young people as the problem and not the solution. I think it's important for the media to begin to look much more extensively into the prevention efforts, the intervention efforts, and the sustainability efforts that we're engaged in. This day of if it bleeds, it leads is inappropriate and a gross distortion of what becomes our community. And I think it's important for people to understand that this is a living, breathing organism called the city. These are real people with real issues and real problems, and we've got to go beneath the sensationalism to really talk. Look at this, look at these brilliant people. I'm sitting here this morning, I'm impressed with you. You have an incredibly conceptual mind, and you think with lightning speed, and everything flows brilliantly. Why isn't she out there? Why isn't she and this young brother an example of what it is? But we talk about the dangerous people so that we engage in the stereotyping and it continues to flow forward. The press can play a very important role. Get beyond the violence and understand that this is a real community that's trying to uplift itself. And then you start to see the beauty of this community in ways that people have never seen before.